All right, one more lesson here of us going a little rogue here and getting away from the actual curriculum. But our focus today is going to be on multiplying and dividing integers, which, in my opinion, it's much easier than adding and subtracting integers. It's kind of like the idea with fractions. I think that multiplying and dividing fractions is much easier than adding and subtracting them. That's just my opinion. Multiplying and dividing integers. It's not like all the different uh, scenarios and possibilities like we have with adding and subtracting. When multiplying and dividing integers, we multiply and divide the same exact way. It doesn't matter whether the numbers are negative or positive. 7 times 9 is still 63. 8 times 2 is still 16. 45 divided by 5 is still 9. Okay, 10 divided by 2 is still 5. Okay, the key is what's the combination of numbers, what's positive, what's negative, so we know whether our product or quotient is positive or negative. Well, first of all, we're going to start pretty straightforward, all right? Let's say that both numbers are positive, like 8 times 5. Well, 8 times 5 is just 40. It's no different. Positive 8 times positive 5 equals a positive 40. Both numbers are positive, so your product is positive. Same thing in division. Let's say that we have 64 divided by 8. It's a positive 64. It's a positive 8. So your quotient, 8, because 64 divided by 8 is 8, is also positive. Now let's say that both numbers are negative. Let's say that I have 5, negative 5, times negative 7. Once again, you'll notice that I'm separating operational signs with parentheses. I don't want to put my multiplication sign and my negative right next to each other. If both numbers are negative in a multiplication problem, my product is going to be positive. That's probably backwards of what you may initially think. But if both numbers are negative in a multiplication or a division problem, the final answer is positive. So a negative 5 times a negative 7 equals a positive 35. Just like a negative 40 divided by a negative 8. Just think 40 divided by 8. Well, that's 5. And since both numbers are negative, the answer is just going to be a positive 5. The only difference is if one number is positive and one number is negative, the product or quotient is going to be negative. So for example, let's say that I have a 2 times a negative 7. Okay, once again, separating operational signs with parentheses. The 2 is positive, the 7 is negative. 2 times 7 is 14, so my product is going to be negative 14. It also doesn't matter whether it's the first number that's positive or negative. Let's say that I have a negative 8, and I'm multiplying that by 6. The first number is negative. The second number is positive, okay? Negative 8 times 6. Well, I know that 8 times 6 is 48, but since the first number is a negative and the second one's a positive, I know that my final product has to be negative, negative 48. It's the same in division. Let's say that I have 54, and I'm going to divide that by negative 9. Once again, separating the operational signs with a parentheses. The first number is positive, the second number is negative, so I know my answer needs to be negative. Then I just think 54 divided by 9. Well, 54 divided by 9 is 6. But since one number is positive and one number is negative, my quotient has to be a negative 6. Doesn't matter as well if the first number is negative, negative 36 divided by, I don't need to separate it here because that's going to be a positive number, sorry, divided by 4. That's just a positive 4. First number is negative, second number is positive. I just think 36 divided by 4. Well, I know that 36 divided by 4 is 9. But since one's a negative and one's a positive, my answer has to be a negative 9. All right, so that's multiplying and dividing integers. We'll talk to you later, 6th grade. Bye.